homeless people sleeping on the street, and I don't even feel
And 30 seconds, people.
Oh, hi, I'm Donnie. I need to know how many people would like to partake in our little... Just you! That's not surprising. Go ahead and enter your name. Okay, now here's what's going to happen, Stance. Okay, let's cut to the taste.
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Country Charm Indoor Outhouses. Oh, the convenience of an indoor restroom with all the charm of crapping through a wooden hole.
And we're off. Kicking things off, pleasurable measurables. Hey, remember that internet video sensation, 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Here's a clip of it now. I'm kidding. What do you think I am, some kind of sicko? Say Rachel Ray and Martha Stewart make a wholesome version of the video 2 Girls, 1 Cup featuring chocolate ice cream. If they can't find a cup and use an equivalent, what might the video be called? 2 Girls, 1/4 pint, 2 Girls, 1/2 pint, 2 Girls, 32... A cup in cooking terms is equal to a 1/2 pint, or 16 tablespoons. By the way, I'm filming your reaction to this question right now, and it is absolutely priceless. I call this one, dot your black eyes and cross your P's. Which of these is Will.I.Am's name in the present perfect progressive form? Will I would, will I have been, will I would be, or will I will? Won't you won't. This would have worked. The present perfect progressive tense uses has or have plus been plus the present participle. As in, Will, I have been feeling very fergalicious lately. Say hello to lucky number 17. What could have been a cover story for the first issue of 17 magazine? Special suffragette issue, World War II rationing fashion tips, the cutest boys of the Nixon White House, hot styles for the end of the Cold War. Ooh, prepare to suffrage. One right answer coming up. 17 magazine was first published in 1944 during World War II. So, a girl who was 17 when 17 first came out, well, she probably just reads AARP magazine now, or Dead People, the tabloid for dead people. Why not try? It was the best of prime time, it was the worst of prime time, and it was a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 TV shows. For each one, tell me if it was on TV Guide's list of the 50 best shows of all time, or on TV Guide's list of the 50 worst shows of all time. If it's one of TV Guide's best, press the number 1. If it's one of TV Guide's worst, press the number 2. Oh, am I wasting your time? Excuse me. Baywatch, The Howard Stern Show, Hogan's Heroes, Bewitched, The Brady Bunch, Barney and Friends. That was one of the 50 worst dis or dat performances of all time. The Jerry Springer Show was rated the worst TV show of all time, which begs the question, have the makers of TV Guide even seen 2.5 Men? I mean, come on, you haven't seen it, have you? Just watch it once, TV Guide people. It's not like you don't know when it's on.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
This one's known as Lady Luck is a Dirty Tramp. Which casino game takes a lot of balls to play? Roulette, Keno, crap. Keno is a game of chance similar to Lotto that uses 80 balls circulating in an enclosed bubble. So it takes a lot of balls to play it. When playing Keno, it also helps to have a really big sack to put your winnings in. Round 1 is complete. And you should be very proud of that score, because I'm not. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. Okay, let's do this. This one's called U2SA. If you went to see U2, one of the most popular touring acts in the world, play in the biggest stadium venue in the world, how would Bono most likely open the concert? Welcome to Soldier Field! Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway! Welcome to Beaver Stadium! Willkommen zum Olympiastadion München! I'm afraid that beaver is not big enough. Allow me. At 250,000 seats, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has the greatest seating capacity in the world, making it big enough for U2's fans. And they can actually add over 100,000 spots for ground seating as well, meaning there might even be enough space for Bono's ego. Try this on for size. Me captain is Sue captain.
It's the perfect choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Okay, I'm gonna make this one even more worth your while by adding another $1,000 for a correct answer. Rank these captains in order of their first appearance from the oldest to the most recent. Captain Morgan's Rum, Captain Planet, Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, Captain Planet, Captain Morgan, Captain... You ever notice how Captain Crunch rips up the top of your mouth? That's just wrong. Like this answer. No, I'll get this. Captain Morgan Rum first appeared in 1945, Captain Crunch in 63, and Captain Planet in 1990. And what do these three captains common? They were usually present at the breakfast table when I was growing up.
Chicken's picking out a mate. Guess I'll...
If Major League Baseball follow the same hierarchy as the Catholic Church, what would be the AAA minor league team for the St. Louis Cardinals? The Memphis Archbishops, the Memphis Deacons, the Memphis Monsignors, or the Memphis Popes? Deacons? No. Deacons are like the T-ball of Catholicism. Want to see the answer? In the order of Catholic precedence, archbishops are just below cardinals. I do love going to a Memphis Archbishops game. Between innings, the nuns come out of the dugout and shoot Jesus t-shirts out of air cannons.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
May I introduce office politics? What do U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and Jim Halpert from The Office have in common? They're both married to a Pam, both worked for a company with Dunder in the name, they both... Joe Biden was born in Scranton and The Office is set there. Proving once again that Scranton, Pennsylvania is the cultural and political epicenter of the United States.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming? Question.
Pucker up for Oz Trippin'. Suppose the Poppies in The Wizard of Oz made the Scarecrow dream about the world's #1 opium-producing country. Where would he follow the yellow brick road of his mind to? To Uruguay? To Afghanistan? To Costa Rica? If you only had a brain. Sometimes this stuff just writes itself. Ready for this? Afghanistan is the world's largest opium producer. And why do you think the Lollipop Guild enjoyed suckers so much? One word, ecstasy. Well, I'm sorry. Was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. You taught me everything I know. Wax on, wax off, Daniel-san. Good luck. Well, the good news is your 7th grade math teacher is proud of you for finally mastering the concept of negative numbers.
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap. Donnie, what's happening?
All right, give me the hey sign if you're interested in more playage.
With the cartoon bears terrify me. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Girly Drink Supply Warehouse. When a blue drink in a flamingo tumbler isn't enough, add some plastic.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor to get prizes and cash. And we're off. Okay, to get things started. Oh, brothers. If my grandmother is the great-grandmother of the Jonas Brothers, and the Jonas Brothers are not my sons, which they aren't, how should I refer to them at family reunions? The Jonas first cousins once removed, the Jonas second cousins once removed, the Jonas second cousins, or the Jonas first cousins twice removed? You think genealogy is the study of denim, don't you? Here's where the money is. By sharing the same grandparent with a generational gap between us, we would be first cousins once removed. To reiterate, I am not actually related to the Jonas Brothers. That's what we do at this game, we make things up, okay? Moving on. Excuse me, moving on. I call this one, I've got linguine on my boots. Italy is often referred to as being shaped like a big boot. If it's a thigh-high boot, where's Rome? Near the middle of the thigh, just below the knee, on the boot heel, or on the tip of the toes. Enjoy your plate of fettuccine al failure. One right answer coming up. The city of Rome, located in the Lazio region of Italy, would put it slightly below the kneecap if Italy were a thigh-high. Yes, the Italians brought us some of the greatest historical figures ever known. Mario and Luigi, Chef Boyardee, Da Vinci Codes. Here we have this, that, and the other question. Who is the eponymous character on Seinfeld? George, Jerry, Elaine, or Cosmo? The character Jerry's last name is Seinfeld, making him the eponymous character in the show. Another word for this is titular. He's the titular character in the show. And speaking of titular, he's real and he's spectacular. Take a stab at Bond, Elmo Bond, and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names. For each one, tell me if it's a Bond girl from a James Bond movie or a Sesame Street Muppet. If she's a Bond girl, press the number 1. If she's from Sesame Street, press the number 2. Oh, am I wasting your time? Excuse me. Penelope Small, Mary Strawberry, Prairie, Sherry Nut, Abby Cadabby, Christmas Jump. Wow, you're so much less cool than James Bond, it's immeasurable. This dis or dat has been brought to you by the letters OCTOPUSSY and the number 007.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Say hello to The Night is Young, Angus. You know that AC/DC song, You Shook Me All Night Long? Well, on what date in the Northern Hemisphere would Shaking Me All Night Long take the least time and energy? January 22nd, June 22nd, July 22nd, or September 22nd? That's the worst damn answer that I ever seen. Ready for this? The night is the shortest it gets all year on the summer solstice, which falls right around June 22nd. Although at this age, if AC/DC is still shaking all night long, it's probably due to some unfortunate disorder. Round 1 is complete. You'll want to try and earn some cash from now on. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. Okay, we're bringing it on. Try this on for size. Check your butterfly. Growing up, I had a pet butterfly I called Benjamin. Unfortunately, like most things I've loved, it died after I accidentally sat on it. If Benjamin the butterfly pulled a Benjamin Button, how would its stages of life go? Egg, caterpillar, pupa, butterfly, butterfly, caterpillar, pupa, egg, caterpillar, egg, butterfly, pupa, or butterfly, pupa. You seem to be suffering from a curious case of idiocy. No, I'll get this. Benjamin Button lived his life in reverse from old man to baby, and this one is the opposite of the usual butterfly life cycle. I started to get a little tired. I'd have to sit down for this next question. Oopsie! Oh, I'm so sorry. Open wide for he's a wild animal on the football field. Which NFL football team is not represented by a mammal? Chicago, Minnesota, Miami, or Arizona? Birds aren't mammals, so those Arizona Cardinals are cold-blooded. Still not sure what the Browns are.
Plucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Why not try Quiz'em? Quiz'em? What could that mean? Oh no. Maybe it means I'm Dak.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me. We should spend some personal time together. We should go see a musical play. A musical? I don't know. It would have to be a really good one. Which of these musicals is one of Tulliture tries for Jana? Spain, Nanania, South Pacific, or Die Die Dirty? Speaking of Die Die, allow me. Believe it or not, South Pacific won a Pulitzer Prize in 1950. Hey, Billy, say Les Miserables. Les Miserables. Say Bye Bye Birdie. Die Die Dirty. Say Porgy and Bess. Torgy and Des. Stop making fun of me.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
This one's called M&M's with a glass of milk. Okay, M&M's were first introduced in 1941. So, say Eminem remixes some of his songs to honor the only 3 M&M's colors that have been around constantly since 1941. Which song would not be part of the list? The Real Slim Yellow Shady, Lose Yourself in the Brown, My Name is Orange, or Without Me, Green? Hey, I hear the green ones make you smarter. Or wait, was it smarter? Want to see the answer? Brown, yellow, and green have always been part of the M&M lineup. Orange was introduced later. But give orange some credit. M&M too. It ain't easy being the new color in town, especially when you've been preceded by Vanilla Ice.
Hold me, never let me go. And my dreaming question time.
Let's try Time to Class It Up. Oh, look, a kazoo. What was I playing? Hungarian Rhapsody number 2 on kazoo, Rhapsody in Blue on kazoo, Blue Danube on kazoo, or Danube Brew on kazoo? Yes, that was me playing Blue Danube on kazoo. And now I'm going to play a song by the Beatles on kazoo. We don't really have the money for the rights to any Beatles songs, but luckily I'm not very good at playing the kazoo. Welcome to the attack. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. Everything's going to be K. Name the K, K. K. Good luck, K. That's all she wrote! Well, you did okay. Not so bad I can really lay into you with a funny insult, but not so good I can sincerely get excited about how well you did. Your middle-of-the-road averageness is really making my job harder.
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap. Donnie.
Repeat, the jellyfish is out of the tank again.
Oh, great, animal expert again. I just start prepping my leg to get humped and pooped on.
Now we got it.
10 seconds.
Be careful out there.
Let's have a crash check.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
3.
If you're just calling to annoy us, please wait for the beep, then hang up.
Hey, Cookie here, and I can't get clean. Did you want to play alone, or did you get stood up again? And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
You've got Gallstone Jewelers. Because sometimes love hurts.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Kicking things off, more crazy W's. What do Willy Wonka and Andy Warhol have in common? Both had elaborate ploys to find an heir, they both owned a factory, they were both hypochondriacs, or both hid golden tickets in people's food. Your score is going to pretend to be sick now. The correct answer is... Wonka owned the chocolate factory and Warhol owned the factory, the name of his famous art studio. You are likely to see people licking the walls in both factories. Pucker up for... Waiter, there's a saint in my drink. I'm telling you, the face of the Virgin Mary is busy these days. Always popping up like she does in trees and birthmarks and oil spill patterns. Because it is a virgin drink, in which of these beverages would you be most likely to see the face of the Virgin Mary? Drambuie, Zima, Courvoisier, or horchata? Maybe if you swirl this answer around in your glass for a moment, it'll get less wrong. Nope. It's so obvious. Horchata is a non-alcoholic Mexican rice milk. And while it's technically a virgin drink, there was that one time a bartender just stuck the tip of a celery stalk in it. Here's one I like to call, I love you for your cookies. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been really lonely lately. And when that happens, I sit around eating sweets. Well, mostly just cookies. Well, mostly just fortune cookies.
Cookie fortune, cookie fortune, cookie messages.
Oh, yeah. You're the only ones who understand me. You're the only friends I have. Wait a second. What's this fortune say? Hey, this is great! You will find true love on April 22nd. All right! Based on the date, what would be an appropriate gift to give my new lover? A coat made out of groundhog fur, a roll of Mardi Gras paper towels, a huge chunk of earth, or a... Although all these gifts are pretty appropriate, April 22nd is Earth Day, so a huge chunk of earth seems most appropriate. Every Earth Day, I decorate my house with thousands of green lights that line the windows and the roof, with an animatronic Al Gore on the front lawn.
Everybody quattro, hey!
And on its way, I'm more than a celebrity, I'm a celebrity author. Which celebrity-written book would most likely win the Caldecott Medal? Tech War by William Shatner, Martha Stewart's Pies and Tarts by Martha Stewart, Miles to Go by Miley Cyrus, or If Roast Beef Could Fly by Jay Leno? If Roast Beef Could Fly is Jay Leno's attempt at a children's book, and the Caldecott Medal is awarded to the best children's book of the year. I actually read this book, and it's just a piece of roast beef giving a tepid monologue for 20 pages. It's weird that Jay Leno is writing children's books because the only people I know who like him are elderly. If Leno won the Caldecott, he'd probably be humble and give the award to someone who really deserved it, and then take it back a few months later.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Coming up, this place is a dump place, and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names. For each one, tell me if it's a top-ranked hotel in the United States or a British term for toilet. If it's a fancy hotel, press 1 on your keyboard. If it's a British toilet, press the number 2. You're familiar with the dis or dat. Perfect. The cloister, the swag, the little Nell, the netty, the breaker, the bog. Well, Can somebody tell me why there's a telephone in hotel bathrooms? It makes no sense. I mean, I always use my cell phone to call my mom while I'm pooping. That'll bring an end to our first round. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Okay then, here we go. This one's known as jellyfishing. Well, we're all in for a real treat because world-renowned animal expert Hans Hansen is here.
It's actually Hans Hansen.
Yeah, anyway. Hans, what animals do you have for us today?
Well, first off, we have a splendorous creature of the sea, the glorious jellyfish.
Wow, that truly is a beautiful Holy It stung me, Hans! Ow! Ow!
Oh dear, jellyfish stings can be quite toxic and painful.
No it's killing me! Quick! Quick, Hans, do something!
Oh, well, let's see. We could pour vinegar on it, rub salt into it, leave it alone, or urinate on it. Oh, yes, that's right. Vinegar is generally regarded as the best home remedy for jellyfish stings.
Wait, some weirdos think it's urine?
An old wives' tale, as I recall.
So for anyone out there that peed on themselves or had someone else pee on them after a jellyfish sting, just know it served no medical purpose. You had urine on you for no reason.
Urine is just part of the splendorous glory of...
Get out of here, Hans!
Question 7.
Up next, there's a soccer player in my soup. Suppose Top Ramen releases a World Cup of noodles. If they base their campaign on the total number of competing teams in each World Cup of soccer, what slogan might they use? Now with 4 fiery flavors, each cup only 16 cents, 32 teams, 32 noodles. Every 4 years, 32 teams are selected to compete in the World Cup. And every 4 years, I buy another economy pack of ramen from Costco. It only costs like $20, and I have over 1,400 meals.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Next up, I has question. Who is most likely to have a prescription for Yaz? Jason Mraz, Taz, Naz, or Cameron Diaz? Side effects of making a wrong choice may include bloating, constipation, dizziness, fluid retention, swelling, headache, heartburn, loss of appetite, and dumb facial expressions. Oh, honestly. Yaz is a birth control pill for women, and Diaz is the only woman in this group. Although I'm not completely convinced Jason Mraz doesn't have female reproductive organs.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if not
Try this on for size. Better late than never ever. When The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson airs at 12:35 a.m. Eastern, 11:35 Central, what time is it in Ferguson's native country? 2:35 p.m., 7:35 p.m., 5:35 a.m., or 10:35 a.m.? No, that would put Ferguson's show in prime time. And we all know what happens when late-night hosts move to prime time. Watch how easy this is. Scotland, Ferguson's home country, is 5 hours ahead of New York. Which means they're in the future.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
Question 10.
And now, the naming of the shrew. Who has a name that does not claim to identify where they're from? Leonardo da Vinci, Charles de Gaulle, Milhouse Van Houten, or Pepe Le Pew? Nerd! It was begging to be picked. Da, de, and van all essentially mean of or from, but le just means the, as in Pepe the Pew. Which leads me to the timeless question. Would you rather smell the pew or smell of pew? Step. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. Hey, that's my sister. So keep your hands off her. Good luck. There you have it! Oh, you must be an only child. I can see it all. You were homeschooled too, weren't you? It's kind of sad, really.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. Who the f*** are you? You telling me I came all this way for a one-player game? Come on! And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
What a Prick Cactus Company! The plural of cactus may be cacti, but our focus is on cactu.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. All right, we're taking off. Right off the bat, partly sunny with a chance. How much of a levato is a demi-levato? 1/3 of a levato, 1/2 of a levato, 3/4. According to my calculations, 1/3 of a levato is 2/5 a Cyrus. Here's what a right answer looks like. Demi means half, so demi-levato is actually half of a levato. All right, bring me the levato. I call this one Pee-wee's Big Art Venture. Imagine we could get Paul Rubens of Pee Wee Herman fame to host our game. It would be pretty sweet. Anyway, if we could somehow convince him to do it, how would it sound theoretically if Paul Rubens pronounced the name of a Peter Paul Rubens painting? Portrait of the Artist's Mother! The Hippopotamus Hunt! The Starry Night! Girl with the Pearl Earring! The Hippopotamus Hunt is one of the more famous paintings by Peter Paul Rubens, often referred to just as Rubens. You know, if we could get Paul Rubens to host this game, it would be a guaranteed hit. Here we have fashion you can believe in, and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names. For each one, tell me if it's the name of a nonprofit humanitarian organization or a brand of designer jeans. If it's a nonprofit, press 1. If it's jeans, press 2. Each one. I understand, no need for instructions. Great. citizens of humanity. People's call to action. 7 for all men. Global impact. True. Rockin' Republic. $5 says you're wearing tough skins right now. Yeah, nothing says I enjoy helping the less fortunate better than a $300 pair of jeans. May I introduce a salute to Dick. Did you know that the first Gap store opened in 1969, the same year Richard Nixon took office? If the Gap decided to honor Richard Nixon by keeping their stores open for the duration of the audio gap found on the Watergate tapes, approximately what would the store's hours be? 9 a.m. until 9:01 a.m., 9 a.m. until 9:18 a.m., 9 a.m. until 2:12 p.m., or 9 a.m. until 9 o'clock the next day? The missing audio gap in the Watergate tapes was 18 and a half minutes long, so the gap would be open from 9 until a little after 9:18. Coincidentally, that missing audio was just 18 and a half minutes of Nixon telling Henry Kissinger how good his ass looked in khakis.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's one for you. Nostra Awesome. Man, you know that Nostradamus guy who wrote all those quatrains that predicted everything that's ever happened? Turns out the dude even predicted video games. Because he never mentions it in his quatrains, which video game series did Nostradamus not predict? Doom, Quake, Battlefield, or Portal? Believe it or not, Nostradamus mentions Portal twice in his writings. The dude was awesome. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Nostradamus mentions the words Battlefield, Quake, and Portal multiple times each, but he never mentions the word Doom. Now, he also didn't predict Tetris specifically, but he did say, beasts ferocious from hunger will swim across rivers. The greater part of the region will be against the Hister. The great one will cause it to be dragged in an iron cage, when the German child will observe nothing. And it's pretty obvious by that he meant Tetris. That'll wrap up round 1. And you're sitting pretty for someone so ugly. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And lest you forget, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's see what's in store. Here's one I like to call the writings on the Walmart. Suppose Walmart goes literal and starts selling commemorative pieces of the Berlin Wall. If they roll back the price so it matches the year in which the wall came down, how much will a piece cost? 1979, 1985, Built in 1961, the Berlin Wall, which separated East from West Berlin, was eventually destroyed in 1989 by Germans from either side. The Berlin Wall, 28 years of existence. Multiply that by about 13 and you have the average age of the Walmart greeter. Let's try. You can Olympic your nose. Which of these events might occur if the Olympics were held on Olympus Mons? A biathlon through the Gobi Desert, figure skating in Antarctica, water polo in the Pacific Ocean, or mountain biking on Mars? Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, is located on the surface of Mars. Olympic mountain biking. I know I look forward to it every 4 years.
Plucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
How about Martha Stewart dying? You know, time in the slammer really puts perspective on the realities of life and death. Suppose Martha Stewart changes the name of her TV show from Martha Stewart Living to Martha Stewart Living Wills. What would she teach you to make? A lovely death quilt that says, "Everything goes to my spouse"? A frilly apron with the words, "Do not resuscitate"? A funeral cake that says, "Mom gets to distribute my stuff"? Or a lace doily that says, "Don't take my things if I disappear"? Everything goes to your spouse except the money you've got riding on this answer. I'll take that. Allow me. A living will is a document that indicates your wishes for your medical care should you ever become seriously incapacitated, such as a vegetative state or irreversible coma. It's a pull-the-plug order, if you will. You know, like they did with the Martha Stewart version of The Apprentice.
Scrolling through the mark with the sass sarsaparilla. For me of 99.
Take a stab at how many balls do you have? Let's put these balls in order.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Okay, I'm handing out a $1,000 bonus for a correct answer. Put these things in order based on the number of balls they have, from fewest balls to most balls. A standard game of skee ball, a game of bumper pool, a game of Quidditch from Harry Potter. Quidditch, bumper pool, skee ball, bumper pool, skee ball, Quidditch, skee ball, bumper pool, Quidditch, or Quidditch, skee ball. There are only so many balls jokes I can make. Fortunately, it's a lot. Oh, and for your answer there, you got your balls twisted. Here's what you meant to pick. Quidditch has 4 balls, skee ball usually has 9 balls, and bumper pool has 10 balls. Now, a lot of people like to roll their balls when they play skee ball. I prefer throwing them overhand as hard as I can. I've been ejected from a number of Chuck E. Cheese establishments.
Hold me, never let me go. And my dream
Bucker up for Long John Corporate Meddlers. Suppose Long John Silver's expands its menu. Which of the following menu items would be anatomically possible? Whale fingers, dolphin wings, electric eel legs, or shark bone soup? And this shouldn't come as a shock. Ready for this? A whale's fin has 5 fingers. An order of whale fingers also comes with a complimentary 3-gallon bucket of barbecue dippin' sauce. Brace yourself. I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. A boy and his robot. Let's get automated. Good luck. That's all she wrote! You know what hurts me most is that you knew what you were doing, but you went ahead and did it anyway. You know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm just really disappointed.
Company are connecting me to another free long-distance call.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm sorry, that's... Hello?
Hi, it's Regis Philbin.
Regis? Wow. What am I? Somebody's lifeline?
No, Paul, I'm just calling to welcome you to the wonderful world of game shows and to pass along a couple of pointers.
Pointers? Hang on, Reg. Let me get a pen. Got it, Reg. Point away.
Well, the first thing you should do is smile. Smile a lot. Everybody loves a guy who smiles.
Wow. Smile. Next thing you'll be telling me to dress sharp and the clothes make the show.
And dress sharp, Paul. Clothes make the show.
Okay, I will, Reg.
And another thing, the audience loves seeing other guys get rich. The more comfortable your guests are, the more likely they're going to win the big bucks.
Listen, Reg, you seem really busy. Let me let you run.
Did the new guy just hang up on me?
If you think this show is going to make anybody but me a millionaire, then you don't know Jack!
The show where high culture and pop culture collide like George in the English language. Here's Troy Stevens.
All last Tuesday, all the time.
Hey, Cookie here. You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which is why I eat 7 pancakes every 3 hours. Just me and you? That's good. Now we can talk real loud. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Rug Munchers Dietary Flooring. We put a whole new spin on the 5-second rule.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's make history. To get things rolling, 6 feet under the sea. If vicious piranhas attacked and killed SpongeBob SquarePants and all his friends in Bikini Bottom, who would actually bleed blood? SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, Squidward, or the Flying Dutchman? Sponges, starfish, and, ghosts don't have blood, but squids and octopuses do. Man, that kind of massacre would be terrible. There's nothing worse than a bloody Bikini Bottom. Take a good look at Frosty My Tips. If Wendy's honors the iconic hairstyle of Dave Thomas's daughter Wendy on their value menu, what food item might they add? Cinnamon mini buns? Chicken finger... Dave Thomas's daughter is pictured above each Wendy's franchise with her famous red pigtails. Actually, a lot of fast food franchises use the image of the owner's kid as a logo. The Domino's guy had one weird-looking kid. Coming up next, a racy sport. Suppose Speed Racer enters a NASCAR race. If he receives the black flag, what should he do? Go to slow pace, Speed Racer, go! Go pull over, Speed... A black flag means the driver needs to pull over into the pit, usually due to a rule violation. Not positive it's a rule violation, but I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to have a monkey in the passenger seat of a Mach 5 car. It's time for Comcast Fable. The moral of Aesop's fable, The Fisherman and the Little Fish, would be most applicable to a contestant on which TV show? The Mole, The Biggest Loser, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader, or Deal or No Deal? In the fable, the fisherman has to decide, do I throw the little fish back in for a chance to catch a bigger fish later? He decides to keep what he's got. This is pretty much the same decision Deal or No Deal contestants face, except with money, not fish. Yeah, that show is called Eel or No Eel. It's hosted by Howie Man Eel.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Why not try Buddha Scootin' Boogie? And it's a this or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 Twitter tweets. For each one, tell me if it's a tweet from the Dalai Lama or a tweet from Taylor Swift. If it's a Dalai Lama tweet, press the number 1. If it's a Taylor Swift tweet, press the number 2. Oh, you already know how to play. Fine. Love and kindness are the very... Japan is... I feel sort of like a... Others have... My new favorite animal... The non-violent way is the hero... I may or may... That performance was kind of pitchy. Try a little auto-tune next time. You know, the Dalai Lama had a really inspiring tweet today, but halfway through it, he was interrupted by a tweet from Kanye West saying that Beyoncé's tweets were the best of all time. That about does it for round 1. And you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. Okay, let's do this. Open wide for... Oh, Mom, we're having meatloaf again? If Meatloaf changed his name to Steak Tartare, what would the reviews say about the music on his new album Cow Out of Hell? It's very well done. It's actually on fire. It's so raw and choppy. Or the lyrics are cheesy. That's right, Steak Tartare is served raw, diced, and spiced. But with all the E. coli scares out there these days, I usually heat mine up by the dashboard lights. This one's called The Spirit of 75-ish. What's not 76? Trombones in the Music Man's Big Parade, part of Philadelphia's NBA team's name, years between Halley's Comet appearances, or the temperature of an Olympic swimming pool. Nope, Halley's Comet appears every 76 years or so. And it's really very exciting until you actually see it. At which point you look for about 10 seconds, then go back inside and watch monkey videos on YouTube. Smart people choose this. Olympic swimming pools are kept a little warmer between 77 and 82 degrees and usually around 80 or so. Makes it tougher to detect when the swimmer in the next lane is peeing.
Fucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
And on its way, I can fly, but Candy is the mayor. Oh man, I had the craziest dream last night after eating pizza and watching a movie. My mom was in the dream, and she found all this drug money out in the middle of nowhere, and she decides to keep it without even going to the police, even though that's not something my mom would normally do. My cats, Poopsie and Mayonnaise, were in the dream too. Poopsie was an old sheriff in over his head, and Mayonnaise had weird hair and kept flipping a coin and killing people. It was a wild dream, but kind of disappointing at the end. What friggin' movie did I watch last night that gave me such a crazy dream? A Simple Plan, No Country for Old Men, There Will Be Blood, or Shallow Grave? Yep, I was watching No Country for Old Men. As scary as that dream was, I think Mayonnaise and my mom both gave Oscar-worthy performances.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
Here's a good one. Did Caesar live in this palace? Which Las Vegas casino hotel is not named after a real location? Tropicana, Riviera, Luxor, or Bellagio? Luxor is a city in Egypt, so you're out of luck, Luxor. Why didn't you pick this? Tropicana is the name of a Vegas hotel, but not the name of an actual location. You know, they should really build a Vegas-themed Vegas hotel. It would be decorated in the style of a Payday Loan store, and the staff would be dressed as hookers.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Here's one for you. Prepare to be crescent mooned. So you know Taylor Lautner, that werewolf kid who never wears a shirt in the Twilight movies? Well, suppose Taylor Lautner's degree of wolf transformation corresponded to the phases of the moon. How much of a wolf would Lautner be during the waxing gibbous phase? Less than half a wolf, more than half a wolf, or a full wolf? Well, you're less than half right. Want to see the right answer? Gibbous refers to the phases when more than half of the moon is illuminated. A waxing gibbous wolf, though not a full werewolf, could still probably use a full waxing. Welcome to the attack. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. The brothers who? We share the last name of something. Good luck. Who needs a big score to have a good time, right? You don't need a lot of flashy dollars. You've got so many great things going for you. I mean, I can't think of any right now, but I'm sure you do.